Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you see me moving?
Nah, if the screen is off.
Yeah, that's wild. I'm fucking frozen. Like, I'm seeing it frozen. Let me exit out and come back.
All right.
All right, there we go. That's better.
Your phone.
What up, chat? We
What up?
back. On the podcast is back. Lucy said she was going to get first. And she ain't lying. What the fuck? Then I did bother you, right?
I don't know. We in the Bronx.
Not that I wish that on you, but that'd have been good content. Ever since I got to YouTube, I love getting pulled over. I'm like, every time they fucking come after, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stop you, dumbass. But I'm only gonna stop because I'm gonna make money off this fucking video. Otherwise, I'd have been gone. What up, Alyssa? Okay. Alyssa, you see we got different colors, right? So, we got a special guest today, chat.
That was that noise.
What noise? I keep hearing that. I thought it was on your side.
Stop.
So, chat, we got a special guest today. Everybody say hi to Preem, and we got some stories for you.
Albany's fine. But Mr. Preem.
Yo, your audio cutting in and out again, just like it was yesterday. Nah, not yet. Still fucked up.
That's why. Keep grabbing people. Right in front. Yes. Your own mind. You're so kind of.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
No, I'm saying it's like that's what you sound like when you're trying to talk. I can't hear nothing you're saying.
You hear me now?
Nah. All right. Hear me?
Hold on.
Hold on, peoples. We just trying to get some audio worked out, but we got some good stories. Some real good stories for you today. I made a drawing. I think I'm gonna get tattooed. I love the flowers I drew a while back, but I'm also getting more, I think. Lucy, do you have any tattoos already?
Hear me now? Hear me now?
Talk a little bit longer. I did hear that, but I don't know if it's good.
Huh?
Yeah, I know about what
Yeah,
you're
I
saying.
know about what you're saying.
It sounds like it's better, but I won't know until.
Nah, it's because we in the
Nah, it's
phone.
because we in the phone.
It's loud.
No, it's loud. Yeah, I think it's better. I think it's better.
Sure.
Sure. Lucy, listen, you gonna do whatever you want to do. You ain't gonna listen to me until it's too late, and you gonna come back to me. And you was right, huh? But I'm telling you, there is no woman in the world that looks better with a sleeve than she does without it. So only get that sleeve if you're definitely willing to make yourself less attractive. I can't hear nothing now. Totally mute. Grandpa's response. You see what I'm saying? Just wait. Grandpas will tell you the shit that everybody else is thinking. Like, you remember Joan Rivers? The shit that Joan Rivers thought, she didn't think that because she was old. Everybody thought that shit. She just had to know to say it because she was old.
Better? Better?
Uh,
You hear me now? You hear me now?
yeah. So far, so good.
You're kind of, you're kind of
Oh, man.
Maybe you just want. Maybe you just want.
Huh? Uh, Lucy, who got an echo? What up, Trey? Appreciate you for joining us. We got some prison stories today, sir. Welcoming Preem to the chat, the newest member of the Unc podcast. Motherfuckers come on as guests, thinking they just guests, but they don't know that shit once they on once that they belong to the show. You part of the family now. I say you got bad echo. You not connected to no Bluetooth or nothing?
You're not a bad.
Lucy said, I'm glad it ain't my old ass phone. She probably got like last year's phone. Yeah, I'm definitely way more satisfied with this one than the other one. I spent like 2 months researching all these different fucking vapes. And then when I ordered this one, I was type nervous because, like I said, the one that I really wanted, I was positive that one would have been good enough. But that shit was $340 without any kind of accessories or nothing like that. This one was 160, and this shit hits just as good as I was expecting the $340 one to hit. Now that one might hit better, I don't know, but what I was expecting out of that one is what I'm getting from this.
You hear me now? You hear me now?
Yeah.
You see Preem? You see Preem?
Yeah. I'm realizing
So
now.
Preem is one of them
I'm
guys. Preem is
realizing.
one of them guys that
Uh,
had, fortunate
uh,
uh
uh,
and
and
New York State.
New York State. Damn, you cutting in and out again. I don't know what's up with your audio. It used to be good every time. Now all of a sudden it's fucked up every time.
That
That's
it was that.
it was that.
You know?
It's like I said, it's cutting in and out. Like it's like every other word cuts out.
What about now?
What about now? Yeah. There you go. What'd you do?
Good, good, good.
I
I had to think.
had a secret. Ancient Chinese secret.
Huh?
Huh? Ancient Chinese secret.
Chinese. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Chinese. Oh yeah. Remember that used to be the answer to everything. How you do that on Ancient Chinese secret? Dre, yeah, it might be still echoing, but at least it's not cutting in and out, man. It's it's the best we're gonna get. Nah, that shit's fucked again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold
Yeah.
up. Hold up. Yeah. Hold up. All right, talk for a minute. Talk for a minute. Like say something long, like a long sentence.
What do you mean? It's probably.
What do you mean? It's probably,
Bro, you
bro, you all right. I'm gonna send you the screen recording that I just took so you can see exactly what it sounds like to us.
It's echoing.
I just sent you a screen recorder of that shit. Just listen to that shit real quick so you can see what we're talking about. So at least you know what it is that needs to be fixed. Don't worry, peoples. We're gonna get this fixed. Was Cam on earbuds yesterday? Nah. Yesterday it was fucked up too, and then he fixed it somehow. In this In this can I feel like I'm about to start singing all by myself. I'm typing. What about now?
What about now?
What about now? So far, so good. Hello, Alright, yeah, did something. But you heard the screen recording now?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little better. But like I said, for a couple of words it'll work. It's like it's not not until you really talking that it starts cutting up.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure what's going
Weird.
on. But did you hear what I sent you?
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Playing
that's
this
what was
red.
happening yesterday. And then you did something in your settings and fixed it. You were like, I gotta change the settings before I go into the stream or whatever the fuck. And that's what fixed it yesterday. Present news guys. What up, Gilly Soup? I'ma smurder pants in this Gilly Soup. I'ma smurder pants in this Gilly Soup. All right. Well, let's see if Mr. Cam gets the audio fixed, Ed, and comes back. Well, by the way, peoples, I forgot twice today to say this, but most of you are from my other channel. So allow me to thank you extra because we just hit 14,000 subs. Now, that's very significant to me because even though I try not to be, I'm a little superstitious. So the whole time that I had 13 point anything thousand subs, it was really bothering me. And now that we're over the hump and we got the 14, I feel comfortable. So thank you. So Cam, check this out. Right? This is for the ones I used already. Right?
And what's that? That's
This, that's the dope.
the cartridge, right?
Yeah, you fill them up yourself. They're just little metal, capsules with fucking holes in them. So now this is the container to hold the fresh ones in, right? And obviously the smell proof. So legit, you just pop one out.
Wonder if it's
Wonder if
okay.
it's okay. Look,
Did
it
I
got the
start
holes.
cracking
Did
them
I
up
start
again?
cracking them up again? It got the holes in the top and the bottom. So this way, the air can flow through. You know. So now, this shit, all you do is drop the capsule in there, put the fucking top on, and that's it. It's full. When you're done, you dump it out, pop another one right in. That's what I like about this shit the most. Like I don't even gotta like dirty my oven and be cleaning that shit. I just drop the capsule in there and it's done.
Hey, you hear me?
Hey, you hear me? Nah, what happened?
It's clear?
It's clear? Oh, yeah. I thought you was asking if I heard what you said. Yeah, I hear you. Alright, without further ado, peoples, remember, you guys are here in the chat. You can ask whatever questions you want. Doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna be able to answer it. But whatever questions you have, drop them in the chat. And without further ado, let's let King take the floor.
What the fuck is that? Is that your
Is that
background?
your background? All I got in my background is a little traffic off in the distance.
It sounds like
It
someone was
sounds
doing
like
this
someone
or
was doing
something.
this or something. Sound like what? Hold on a second. I just muted mine. Was you still hearing it?
Nah,
Nah.
it's
How
your,
about
it's
now?
you.
It's you. What you hear it now?
Yeah, I hear the
Yeah,
sound,
I hear
not
the sound.
static.
Not static.
Static is
Static
interference.
interference. How about now?
Nah, I don't hear it at all. Nah, I don't hear it.
Nah, I don't hear
Clear.
it. Clear. All right, well, I'm not on mute no more, so it must not be my shit.
Nope, there it goes
Nope,
now
there it
again.
goes now again.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, right? I caught you. I made you think I was still on fucking mute.
Right, right.
Right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
echoing.
it's echoing.
I don't know, it's echoing on
I don't
my
know, it's
side.
echoing on my
I hear an
side.
echo.
I hear an echo. Yeah.
I thought it was like
Oh. I
static
thought it
when
was like
someone was
static when
interfering
someone
with
was
it.
interfering with it. Hold on. I'll fix that right now. You're hearing your own voice going through my speakers.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
hearing.
that's what I'm hearing. That should be much better.
Yeah, now we good.
Okay, yeah. Now, that's the problem is I got my headphones on now, so your audio is not going back through my microphone.
That's probably what's been the problem. Anyway, so now, when you walk into Mohawk, you come off that bus, right? First off, it's funny because when you go to
Well, first
Ulster,
tell everybody
when you
what
go from
Mohawk is. Tell everybody what Mohawk is. Not everybody even knows what Mohawk is.
Mohawk is a minimum security facility in New York State, correctional facility, New York State Corrections. Now, basically, there's no cells. It's open dorms. The whole facility is open dorms. So it's a medium. People with 60 years or less, that's where they go, right? All right, now let me see how I can start this off. When you come from Ulster, which is the intake facility for the prisons, right? Ulster, also Elmira, and downstate. They close downstate. So Ulster and Elmira, those are the intake facilities for the prison system. Then they send you in New York State to different places, wherever your classification is, according to your crime or according to how old you are. All right. Now, Mohawk is right over there in like the Syracuse area. So it's by there's 3 other facilities right near it. It's Midstate, Marcy, and Mohawk. Marcy's where they killed that inmate on camera. That made national news. They killed the inmate on camera. They choked him out and was beating him and stuff like that. Then also they just recently
That
found
that got anything to do? Not that it would be associated, but the name Marcy. Does that have anything to do with like the Marcy Projects? Like, is it named after the same person that Marcy Projects is named after?
Hell no, it's upstate New York. I'm not sure. That's a good question. I don't know.
You know how famous people, like, everywhere you go, there's a Martin Luther King Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if like this Marcy
Well,
person is somebody that maybe has some kind of significance in
well,
the correctional
a lot
facility.
of those facilities are named after the Indian tribes, like the Oneida facility, the Mohawk facility. Those are
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
all named after the area that they're in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, now Mohawk, when you get to Mohawk, there's a sergeant that's usually gets you an intake, and he tells you from the beginning, everything you could be looking for is here at this facility. You got the gangs, you got the drugs, and you got the fags. Don't owe anybody money. Don't play with the gang members, and don't play with the faggots. They tell you that. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that they tell you that, but that's what they tell you as soon as you come in. But let me tell you a little bit more because he was there in that facility. He was trying to hide with us.
Yeah, times in there was crazy. I got there like 2020, 2021.
And you taking this shot.
And the spot was lit. Everything was going on. We had literally old plates. We had the same operations that we were doing the same thing. Anything was missing. You know what I mean? It was a lot, and
That's
it was crazy.
That's before they stopped the cans. So basically, what it was this: you're able to mail in cans on the packages in New York State, actual cans from the street. You know what I'm saying? So what ended up was going on was that people was mailing in cans filled with stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like you were saying, we end up having a lot of stuff on the dorm. The dorm was getting active. A lot of things was happening on the dorm. You know what I'm saying? 39 bars of beer on the wall. So you're not sitting there doing that. You're not sitting there counting beer on the wall, but you are sitting there making moves.
That's an old chat though. That's an old chat. That's when we was trying to fix the audio.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you are sitting there, they making moves, and people are making a lot of moves that you'd be surprised, like, what exactly is going on? You're in a place where the phone is money. Anything you do is involved in money. It's a money transaction. No matter what you do, where you go in that facility is money transaction. To the point where they even had state troopers had to come in and shut the facility down and arrest some inmates, and I think they arrested the guard too, right? For the phones, because they was making so much money on the phones. Now the crazy thing is that they called Mohawk a $1 million facility. You know what I'm saying? For those exact reasons, because Mohawk, as far as let's say the yard and any movement you do, You know what time it is and what's going on. You know what I'm saying? People, that's any prison system that you're in. You know, people are making moves on the movement and through the movement. You know what I'm saying? So every jail system you have, they have programs. Everybody has to have some sort of program, has to do some sort of program as far as school. Maybe you're a mechanic. Maybe you go to horticulture. Maybe you do plumbing. You know, it's different trades that they have as schooling that you may have to go do. Or maybe you didn't get your GED and you have to go get your GED. So
And they force you to do this, or that's optional?
100% force you to do it. Go on, Preem, tell them.
And what if you?
Yeah, you
And what
gotta go
happens if
out
you
Break
and
it down for
refuse? They give you more time.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you stuck. Like I was supposed to leave
What?
school at the end of 20. Well, yeah, basically the end of 24. I had to sit until the end of basically December, 90 days, because it's air clerical error. Some shit that
Wait, you supposed to get paid then?
I
You supposed to get paid?
Yeah.
yeah, you know, everything is like right now. I'm still beefing with them over my
Medical?
yeah, my
You still trying to plug
my
that in?
yeah, my site files because these are all of a sudden them shit disappeared. Like if I was in these spots, there was no information that nobody wrote down. Somebody is
So
definitely
basically, what happened was this: after a certain amount of time, what you need to do is you need to. That's another thing with the prison system that people have to recognize, and that's why you don't want to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? They will manipulate and play with things. Now, there's a thing where I can file for a video of something that happened in the facility, and let's say, let's say inside of the video, inside of the facility, that the video that's there captures something that's vital. If they get rid of that video, they have a law in place where you still get compensation just according to the accusation. Forget about if they even see what happened. They just, you know what, we
Because
believe you.
because the video's missing.
There you go.
and dudes was cashing like that shit was
And
that shit was,
it's a known thing that they do this.
they was fucking dudes up and down.
Oh.
Now
Mohawk is a hands-on facility.
so now
Yeah.
you missing camera. No, that shit didn't work. It worked all day, but now that's it. It's a glitch.
Like Epstein's camera.
Get out of here. Get out.
Mm-hmm.
He got a broken arm and a broken leg. He didn't come in.
Yeah, and that's what was going on to a lot of people. Like, you know,
Maybe that's why the camera don't work. Maybe he tripped over the cord, and that's how he broke his leg and shit. That's the type of shit they expect you to believe.
And it's crazy though, because a lot of people get lawsuits over this. If you can get the nurses and certain people, sometimes they'll go against the grain. Yeah, they'll go against the grain. And if you file your paperwork on time or whatnot,
That's the dangerous thing is paying attention to the fact that if you don't be on top of that timeline in your situation, and that's how they get away every time.
But hold up, but let me ask you though. So if you don't, I just want to clarify. If you refuse the programs, you refuse to get your GED or whatever they ask you to do you lose? Are you saying that like you lose your good time and you got to max out, or
Yeah.
you saying that they can actually give you another charge and keep you in there longer than the max out?
This is the thing. The thing is basically the longer you sit in this environment, the more chances you could potentially be around for a situation that could be more dangerous than it has been. I mean, so you sitting here around, you're trying to still do the regular things. If you're a father, you're still trying to be a father from this perch. I mean, so you're still trying to manipulate ways to make a dollar and make sure little all the kids is good. You know what I mean? The fam is doing whatever. We don't know what the money's doing. I mean, it's supposed to be there, but most of the time it disappears in China. You know what I mean? In the router. You know what I mean? But it's all love. This is just, you know what I mean, how we try to balance out a bad situation and turn it to, you know what I mean,
In jail, you'd be surprised that it's mostly more like the streets than you think. People could get any and everything you could think of, any drug that you think of. And the K2, that K2 thing turned the jails into something different.
I ain't gonna lie.
Let him tell you more because
I
he
ain't
has
gonna
more
lie.
experience with that because he was there for, I mean, but that K2 did some shit to
I've
people.
seen all drugs.
That
That
is just different. It's
That
different.
K2 shit, let me tell you something. That K2 shit is no joke though. Like one time before I ever heard of it, when this shit was like brand new, right? My homie told me, yo, they got this shit. You could buy it in the stores legal and that shit gets you high and blah blah blah. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. That's bullshit. That shit, if you can buy it in the store, that shit ain't gonna get you high. So, motherfucker, to prove it, rolled up a whole blunt, right? And we smoked that shit, me and him, the whole blunt, bro, like a big fat blunt. And that shit had me so fucked up, bro. Like I never wanted to even look at that bullshit again, man. That shit is not weed, bro.
immediately you know that, what is this? This is not,
Uh,
this is not weed.
it,
This is not what I
it
was
tastes
searching for.
crazy.
I'm not searching for this.
No, and I'm not gonna front. If I'm gonna keep it really a buck. Like I smoked angel dust before, like, but that K2 shit, I'm good.
Yeah, it's bad, man.
Yeah, I used to smoke dust, but I will not smoke that
Yo,
K2 shit.
but that's the crazy thing. You have individuals that'll say that do the same thing and be like, yo, I smoke dust, but this shit is worse. I ain't gonna lie. This shit make me
Yo,
respect. Cause
Dust is a whole different monster. Like, what was your
Uh,
experience with Dust?
it for me, it made me feel like I don't like the taste of alcohol. But back then I didn't mind being drunk. I enjoyed being drunk, but I didn't like getting there. When I would smoke dust, it would make me feel drunk, but without having to drink the shit. You know what I mean? Like that's the best way I could describe it. Now there was more to it than that. You know, it gave me a little bit of a short fuse. I'm not gonna lie. You know, pretty much. But you know, for the most part, it's very similar. Like I remember one time I went to a club with my cousin. I smoked two blunts laced with dust before we left, and when we got there, I bought a Corona. I was drinking like I drank like not even half the beer, and that's it. It felt like I drank already 10 of them shits.
And what's your wildest story on Dust? You ever smoke Dust?
Nothing. The way my brain works, I think it must be a little different than other people. Like even on hallucinogens, like nothing ever put me in a position where like I didn't know reality. I would pass out long before I would ever do anything wild. But the worst, I remember this one time, my regular dude, I couldn't get nothing from him, right? Couldn't get in touch with him, so I asked somebody else to get me something, and the shit he got me was so raw. Like it was so much stronger than anything I ever had before. I had bought 5 bags, 5 dimes, right? And I smoked one of them shits. I was like, yo, what the fuck? So then I called one of my boys that fucked with that shit. I'm like, yo, you gotta try this shit. This shit I got is crazy. Lit him up, call somebody else, lit him up. By the time you know it, I'm sitting there like so impressed by this dust, trying to show it off to all the people that I know that fuck with it, that I went through 5 bags of that shit in like 3 hours, right? And I wasn't a dust head like that. I ain't smoked that shit often enough to have a fucking tolerance to be able to handle that. So I was fucked up. I'm laid out
Angel
on the
Dust is
couch,
heavy.
bro. Yeah, I'm laid. I
Yeah,
was
that's
laid
so
out on the
good.
couch at my grandfather's crib, bro, and I'm
Yeah.
like feeling like I was gonna die, and I was just praying. I'm like, God, please, man, get
Trey
me
Carl
out of this
Storm
alive, and I
8102.
ain't, and I won't
Angel
touch the
Dust is
shit ever
definitely
again.
heavy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That
God,
shit stinks too. That shit, you open that bag and it smells like fucking straight
all right,
spray paint. Like
Lucy.
it smells.
Hey, yo,
What
he
Lucy
said
said.
he only does the little bit of weed and
Uh,
drugs now and then he gets from the doctor.
who said that?
Um,
Oh,
Guppy
Guppy
Gilly Soup.
Gilly suit. Yeah,
Yeah.
we talking about a long time ago, Guppy Gilly suit. I couldn't even handle no dust right now. Somebody pass me that shit, I would be like, nah, bro, I'm good. I can't do that shit. Like I would, that would fuck me up. I wouldn't enjoy it. Back then, I enjoyed it. I wouldn't enjoy it now. It's too strong for me.
Mm-mm-mm.
But yeah, I was on the couch, bro. Room was spinning. I'm sitting there praying, please let me get out of this. You know what I mean? I won't fuck with this shit no more. And I really did stop fucking with it. And then one time, like years later, I was serving a customer in the ice cream truck, and it was crazy because I ain't even nobody, right? And he's like, "Here you go," and like as a tip, that motherfucker passed me a bag of dust as a tip. And like I said, Buddy ain't even know me. Like, how the fuck did you know that I was even like? That's not some normal shit that people normally fuck with. You
What
know
you'd
what I
be
mean? It's not like
surprised? They had dust in Mohawk, right? And they had this. That's what I'm saying. The state troopers that came in because in the 22 building they were selling dust, and they must have caught them on the phones, I guess, getting some of the transactions. But it wasn't just dust. It was dust, K2, wheels, everything. But whenever
yeah.
you even mentioned dust, it's like wow, and it's a news article too. You can like look on the news and you can
We had
yeah, that shit was
large,
crazy, bro.
But
Large
that's so
amount,
crazy to me because that
huh?
shit has such a it's crazy though because that shit has such a distinct fucking smell and it's so
Yeah,
fucking strong. I can't like
it's
I
almost like
believe
crack.
you, but
I hate
that's
crack
wild.
smell. Crack smell is like I hate that shit.
Yeah, me too. But it's a different smell, but it's
It smell like
nasty as
a fart.
fuck. Crack to me it smells like burning plastic.
Yeah. Weed is a lot stronger than the weed I used to smoke
Yeah.
in the
Even
70s
even
and
when you
80s.
cooking that shit,
Well,
even when
well,
you
well,
cooking that
well,
shit
well,
up, that shit
Guppy,
stinks like that.
well, Guppy Killing Suit, you just aged yourself right there. It's a little bit stronger than the weed you smoke in the 70s and 80s because there's more minerals in the water, and also there's artificial things that we can put now into the water to make it more mineralized to extract the messed up content out of the water when you're feeding the plants now. So the plants will have more THC. Also, there's a lot of the indoor growth. A lot of these new indoor growths are very advanced for what they're doing. Advanced. Go get some advanced merch. So,
Yeah,
you
man, get
know,
the
at
merch,
the end of the
people.
day now, when you take into account 20, 30 years of research and development, you're gonna have to grow things better now. There's no way you can still grow things at the same level. That's crazy, you know?
Fuck with that.
Yes. That's my But yeah, so they actually had the state troopers have to come into the facility to shut down some operation that some guys was doing. It was like 10 of them, and they had them walking out of that shit was so crazy. They drove their cars all the way up into the facility, all the way to the actual building itself. Word. That was just nuts.
Well, they brought their guns in.
Yeah.
Rarely, usually they're not allowed to bring weapons in just because they, you know, what I mean, they worried about
No, they
getting
shut
taken
down the
from them.
facility. They control the facility now. Right?
like a naturally large.
Yeah, that shit be crazy. I'm just sitting at the window the whole time. Like, yo, what
So
you
they
looking at? I'm
came
like,
in, but how
nigga,
they
it's
came in
nothing.
though? They came with long guns out, or they came in with just regular sidearms.
No, long guns and everything. What do you mean?
Oh,
Long
okay.
guns,
That's why.
dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had
Wow.
everything. It was like 7 cars deep. All
Shit.
explorers with their lights on.
I'm fucking be doing way too much.
You said you tired? You look tired, man. You look beat.
No, I said they be doing way too much.
Waste of
Hey, man.
taxpayers'
Yeah,
money.
waste of taxpayer money, but you know how that go. They got to show force. So they have to come into the
Yo,
prison. People are already
but it's
locked up.
that, and it's even more fucked up than that. Not just they got to show force, but the way it is when if they don't use their whole budget, the next year that shit gets cut. If they burn through the whole fucking budget, the next year it gets raised.
That's
So
true.
they fucking waste money just so they don't get fucked out of more money for next year.
But you think they would waste money on something that would make them look good?
Yeah, man, or at least on something selfish to them, like some more comfortable cars, like or something like that, like something that they would
Yeah,
enjoy, or
I would
something like.
respect them if they had faster and nicer cars. I wouldn't
Mhm.
like. I'd be like, oh, where are the police? Want to? Okay, I can understand that.
Like I would be shook to run from the police in Dubai.
Like highway patrol, yeah, yeah. The why? Forget about it. They can pull up on you in the Gotti. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like I ain't running from those motherfuckers, man.
And they're not there to pull you over. They're just there to run out the gas.
uh,
Like yeah,
you
drive fast,
know,
buddy.
you know why they have all them fucking cars? You know the story behind that?
So they can catch up to people.
Nah, but I'm saying, do you know how they got them?
It's because people are leaving them abandoned.
Yeah, do you know why?
Why? Because of the taxes. I think I seen a documentary on that shit.
Nah, it's they'll give anybody a loan in Dubai, pretty much. Like you want to borrow money, you got it, right? UAE. But if you don't pay that shit back, it's the death penalty.
Mhm.
So these motherfuckers, these finance bros, they go out there, they got this remote job, they get in the bag, they fucking buy this whip, then all of a sudden they lose their job or something goes sideways and they can't afford, they know they're not gonna be able to make the next payment, they get the fuck out of the country and just leave that shit right in the middle of the fucking desert. And then it becomes a police car.
Wow. Yeah, I've heard of the abandoned cars at the airport.
Uh-huh.
I've definitely heard of that. There's whole documentaries on that. Plenty cars. Oh.
Yeah, that's exactly
Hey
what it
yo,
is.
so check me
They'll
out,
get the
right?
death penalty if they don't pay.
It's funny when you talk about things like that, like you think they do something for themselves. That's what the state did with the Suboxons. The Suboxons, that's what the ASAP programs and the councils in these programs was doing with the Suboxons. They were making it where they were forcing people with different charges that was not drug charges to go into a drug program just so they could try to push out the Suboxons and to get more funding. You know what I'm saying? And the funding they wanted to get was so that they could get the drugs into their situation.
Mhm. Basically cutting off the other side of it.
Yeah, and it come to find out, councils were getting $20 for each person they signed up.
So Suboxone, right?
Commission.
Is that like a methadone thing that where it's like supposed to be a replacement for people to wean them off drugs, or is that another drug that people like to get high off? I'm a little confused
It's
about
become
Suboxone.
that. It's become another drug that people like to get high off, but that's what it is. It's supposed to get you off of heroin or get you
Okay,
off of
okay, okay.
morphine, right?
Basically.
It's all right.
Well, morphine, heroin,
Morphine,
they're all opiates.
morphine
They
is
all
supposed to
got the
get you
same.
off of heroin,
Oh,
huh?
oh, oh.
No, I say yeah, they're all opiates. They all have the
Yeah,
same withdrawal.
morphine is
They
supposed
all
to get you
work the
off of
same.
heroin, and then Suboxone is supposed to get you off of morphine.
Mm.
That's how they do it.
They
The
going for
Suboxone is strips they put on their tongue.
yeah, and they go after that fentanyl now. Though. They don't even want the
Well,
fucking
the
heroin
fentanyl
no
is a whole
more.
different category of drug. That's animal anesthetic.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So that that
Well,
that that counts as something totally different.
yeah, but what I'm saying is that the dope heads, that's what they want now. Like the real hardcore dope heads, they want that shit. Trey Carlson said, Wax is a whole new level. You think weed is strong, Wax will put you to sleep. And, you know, ah, I like Wax and all,
Sometimes
but
you don't got the sharpest knives in the drawer around you. Sometimes
it don't really
I'm
do
about to
all
having
that.
a rule about people not being sharp.
Well, what happened? What she do?
Yeah, that's why we need to get the studio. We're gonna do the studio thing. We're gonna do the man on the street. Oh my god, the man on the street shit is gonna really be.
Bro,
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Bro, I just right now lately bro, I've been so busy at work, man. I'm in beat, but I could do that anytime. Like I'm gonna go to the beach one day and just pull up and I need to find someone that can hold a camera for me and all that shit too. I really want to get a better camera. I want to. For now, the phone camera is good enough. I mean, the phones came a long way, but I want to get like one of them DSLR cameras or some shit.
Some shit with a tripod that wraps around and get the book bag
Yeah,
and
you know yeah, like the
stabilizer.
Canon
Like the
camera.
stabilizer.
Oh, no, you know that. Yeah, but I mean, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the camera itself, like one of those real, like clear, like fucking
Edible guppies.
Yeah, he actually guppy goody soup. If you ever try to edit this.
Yeah, I had that same problem. I only sleep a few hours at a time. I'm like an insomnia. I'm chopping with the devil.
There's a couple of things that I've done that help me out with that a lot. First thing I try to do is go to sleep and wake up at the same time every day. That helps me a lot. I stay away from the caffeine after like 11 o'clock in the morning. I got it completely dark in my room. I don't go into my bed. I don't sit on my bed. I don't do nothing around my bed until it's actually time to go to sleep. And if I listen to something when I'm falling asleep, I make sure the screen is locked so there's no light. And once I did all of those things, and got a good mattress, that shit help me sleep way better. And you know what's good
Imagine
too?
sleeping on the yoga mat.
Oh shit, yeah,
No, imagine sleeping on the yoga
uh,
mat with 35 other people
yeah,
in the
I'm
same
doing
room.
that.
And the guys are snoring, this guy's snoring, you got, yo,
I mean,
dudes
I've
that
had
was
to
crazy.
sleep
I
in a
get up, I
fucked
go
up
over
place,
here,
but
you
that
smack your
sucks.
fucking man like, yo, buddy, yo, you gotta fix that. Like, we gotta figure out what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta fix that. Like, yo, go on, Bree, talk about it, Bree, talk about it, man. Don't be shy for the camera now. We got you, man.
Can't believe experiences
Yeah,
and
when you start thinking about that, just across
change
the
that.
street.
Oh yeah. I was looking at
Yeah,
that
I've been
thing.
peeped
It's
that
like
too. I see everybody keep looking too. I didn't know this is still going on. Some weirdos yelling across the street. Anyway, so basically, what we're trying to say is this, right? Jail is not the good spot, but the experience that we've had in jail, that's like really crazy experiences. But at the same time, though, remembering things that have that you've gone through, analyzing it sometimes is good. It's good for your mental health to analyze your past, to understand what happened to you and where you've been through and what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? You can hear that?
Sound like New York. Sound like New York to me.
You can hear that though, right?
Hell yeah. As a chick, right?
Yeah. New York, New
Junk,
York.
junkie, or drunk?
I don't know yet. That's a good question. It's too far for me to see. Oh, she's been? Yeah. Yeah, she around on the corner over there. The Bronx, man. It's regular shit. You know?
Yeah, hell yeah.
As long as they're not running around stabbing people, everything's okay. Because you get
Yo,
those
The Bronx is different, man.
different. The Bronx is like 1970 something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, Bronx always been like that. Yo, remember my mom was a cop, and I remember she used to tell me like, since they can't fire you unless you like commit a crime, if they want to fire you, like whatever, the next thing what they'll do is they'll send you to the Bronx.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's the punishment. If
That's
you a
crazy.
cop, your punishment is getting sent to the Bronx.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Fucked up. And it's not just because the Bronx is all fucked up, but they got to pay a toll now too to get to get to working back. Drunky or junkie, that's catchy. Facts, Trey Carlson. That's what we gotta start doing. We gotta start doing episodes like that, drunky or junkie, and give examples. You heard, Cam?
What?
That gotta be a series that we do, drunky or junkie, and we gotta
Oh, yeah,
fucking
videos.
yeah, have examples of fucking, people we gotta decide, we gotta debate whether we think they was drunk or fucked up on dope.
Or mental health.
Yeah. That would be fire with the DSLR GoPro. DSLR GoPro. Is it DSLR GoPro? I didn't even know that was a thing. Trey said, dang, it's getting dark in New York. Yeah, man. What the fuck is good with y'all clocks, man? I remember I remember being up there in like December, like fucking shit gets dark at 4:30. I'm like, yo, down here we still got until like 6:30 that time of year. Like right now the sun is still like it's setting, but I mean it's bright out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so now with them facilities, right? So this is what myself is always been wondering. I'm sure I'm not the only one wondering, right? When you get into these prisons, and it's like you have to fight, or at least you have to stand up for yourself. Like you can't be a bitch. You can't let things go like that, or else your stay there is not going to be very comfortable. But at the same time, it's when you get caught fighting now, you get either time in the hole, pause, or you get extra charges, and so it's like how difficult is it to navigate between the two, like not adding extra time to your sentence while not being a pushover and letting people take advantage of it.
Situation because it's like you gotta be on the edge all the time because you have so many different personalities stuck mostly individuals trying to show their own characteristics or whatever on top of their misery coping mechanisms that I don't know. It's bad, you know. I should used to be kind.
You have to learn that not everybody is really. Some people's a show. You have to learn how to read people and read what's around you, and it's about energy too. Because you can read somebody's energy and see like they're a dirty person, they're a weird person, they're a snake. You know what I'm saying? You can see and tell after a day or two around them, like, now this guy gotta go. Or now this guy's good. Let's try to keep him here. You know what I'm saying? Let's try to see if we can get this guy to stay here for, you know what I mean? Like this his dorm. And then at the end of the day, too, it's politics. And politics is this: how does this place run? Okay, well, how it's run mostly is that the inmates run the spot, but the guards oversee what the inmates do. So if you are the inmate that runs shit and you have the guard is in pocket, then you and the guard is happy. You get what I'm saying? So now you got to figure out how to make this apparent to the guard without talking too much to them and doing too much. You know what I'm saying? And that's just where it changes to a different level of politics and game and chess. You know what I'm saying?
and
It
now
gets to a
and
different level
now
of politics.
and now how likely is it, let's say you get into just a regular old fight, you know what I mean, like, nobody got to go to the hospital or nothing like that outside the facility, just a regular fight, right? What is the likelihood that extra charges will be added on? That's depend on the facility?
Nah, it ain't not really gonna happen to. Like, I mean, if you really,
It depends on how bad the fight is.
yeah, like
Did somebody use a weapon?
yeah,
Did somebody break some shit? Is there a lot of blood? If there's blood, definitely. Definitely you're gonna find something happening if there's blood. If there's a lot of blood, you definitely don't even think about it. They're gonna go straight with the book. Yeah.
And they got cameras everywhere, so there's really no way to get away with it.
Cameras are nowhere.
the cameras is
Cameras
Really?
are nowhere.
They're
You get stabbed up
slowly-
and cut, and nobody will know.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they're trying to get the
Okay,
body
see
cam.
that.
They're fighting that.
See,
Oh
I
yeah,
had I was under the assumption that there
you
was
will get
no
done
blind
filthy and left in
spots.
the corner somewhere.
Why
No
don't they
one will know
have
what
cameras?
happened. Huh?
Yeah, but
Why don't they have cameras? I'm
because
surprised.
they don't want cameras here.
It's not.
That's the
It's
real
the
shit.
police unions.
They don't want no cameras
Yeah,
here
oh,
because
Why
they'll
would you
catch
want somebody to? They're supposed to be. They're supposed to be patrolling every 15 minutes. They got a list of things they're supposed to. There is nothing. If they were to go by the book, there is nothing that should happen in prison. There should be
there's nothing
no
that should
incidents
happen.
in
What?
prison because the police
Okay,
should be on top of it as soon as it happens.
got you.
be
You know what I'm saying?
diplomatic.
But that's not
Yeah,
how it goes on in prison. How it goes on in prison is two things. It's a scenario of we need things to happen so we can be relevant, and also things are happening because we're incompetent, and also things are happening because we're lazy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And a lot of these facilities, a lot of these spots, right, what people don't realize, they're in the boonies, and these people are some real incest, weird stuff going on up there. You
yeah. I
understand?
can see
Some
that.
real weird incest stuff.
They're designing the hybrid habit. That's all they teach your kids or your kids to if they go to this person, come there. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you can't sleep here. Take this drug. Oh, you can't do this. Take this drug. Matter of fact, come get some
Mm-hmm.
Suboxone. Like, yo, you're 20.
Mm-hmm.
You just came up north. How the fuck are you on Suboxone?
And what is your symptoms that make
You
you?
wasn't even doing any. You didn't even smoke cigarettes. You came up here and did
What they're doing is they're bringing people into the system and making it where that they'll stay in the
tranquilize.
system.
Yeah, they try to tranquilize you mentally.
They're gonna mentally destroy you, mentally break you down, but physically they're gonna give you food that's not nutritionist, and they're gonna kill your schedule. I mean, not kill your schedule. Let me rewind that. That's the only thing they do that's proper is their schedule. When they tell you to wake up and when they tell you to go to sleep, actually your body should be waking up and going to sleep. Also, when they tell you to eat is when you really should be eating. That's about it. Nothing else they do is for you. Everything else they do is to keep you to be weak so that they're stronger against you. So they took out the
Mm-hmm.
weight. Why? Because the inmates are getting too big. They stop giving you healthier food and bigger steaks and stuff like that because you're getting big. They don't want to fight big guys. You know what I'm saying? They want to have the issue with big guys. They started
That's crazy.
taking away certain privileges because you're getting too comfortable. They want to have control and power. You see what I'm saying? But now let's argue the validity of law. Let's argue the opinionation of law. Is law opinionated, literal, or subject to prior subjugation to from whichever jurisdiction that decided that this is what they felt for this day? So how do you validate law? How do you validate what laws you want to abide by and what laws you don't want to abide by? So if they can lock me up for having a weapon, right, and telling me that I'm not allowed to have a weapon, then they should be able to lock you up for not being in the country properly. There should not be a problem.
That
There should not be a difference.
they shouldn't have weapons either. That's the way I see it. There should be nothing that they're allowed to do that we're not.
There's no reason why a city like New York should be able to disenfranchise its citizens where that you cannot obtain a weapon in a crime-ridden city. A city with high crime rate, but you're not allowed to have carry a weapon to protect yourself. Your only bet is to call the same oppressor who come now and they go by their own rules because the NYPD do not go by because they're not lawyers. They're
Mm-hmm.
officers. They're not lawyers who argue law inside of the court. If that was the case, then everybody who gets arrested should go straight to jail and that be it. Why are there people getting their case over? Why are people beat cases? Because they're not arrested
And
for
then
proper
look,
reasons.
and then look, they have such a reputation for being so sneaky. And that's the problem with police, man. Like, they have a purpose. And if they were here just serving their actual purpose, they'd be a lot better off. But they're sneaky trying to catch people doing shit. You don't need to try to catch people doing shit. Just be there in case somebody does do something and something needs to be done about it. Like, yo, let me give you an example. You know how the detectives that are looking for the drug dealers, they'll put on a uniform and ride around in a marked car. So this way all the drug dealers think they're just regular traffic cops. You know what I'm saying? That's some sneaky fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of what these people are doing. If you gotta go that hard to catch somebody, like, you're doing too much. Doing
They
way too
they
much.
will set you up. They will have you up there, stuck up there for nothing. That's the real thing. It's
Uh-huh.
crazy.
Nah, you know that what you're saying is actually wrong. You know that they don't do that just to catch them. It's a bonus for them, but it's an actual law stating that they have to do at least a few days in uniform.
Oh, is that right? See, I
Mm-hmm.
always thought it was a way, because you know the motherfuckers only be looking for the D's. They don't be looking at the marked cars. So it's like that to me, that
That's
was always
because
the
you have a
reasoning
criminal
behind it.
mind and you're thinking in a criminal mind state and not with lynch. They're saying that they want to make sure that you can be identified eventually as a cop all the time. At least one day that
I mean,
you have a uniform on.
hmm, I didn't even know that. But either way, it don't take away the fact they be doing sneaky shit,
No, no,
and
I'm
it
not
shouldn't be
saying that they don't do
necessary.
sneaky stuff.
Yeah, somebody call the police. Hey, my car's gone. All right, go investigate that shit. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it's like, what are you doing? Why are you looking for people to take to jail? Why don't you just go solve the fucking crimes that have already been reported?
True.
You know,
I mean,
and I have a real idealistic thought process on this that I know will never ever be reality. But what I really wish that it was is, there's a list that you sign up for. If you want police protection, if you want to qualify for police protection at any time, if you want to be able to call 911 and actually get a cop to come help you, then you have to sign up on this list. And when you sign up on that list, now you're subject to arrest and jail or whatever the fuck else comes along with that shit. If you don't sign up on the list, then the cop can't lock you up. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can never get their help. Now, that don't mean they can't kill you. So if somebody is fucking, if you're harming somebody, you got somebody tied up or whatever the fuck, and that person gets to a phone and calls the cops, and he's on the list, and the cops come rescue him, if they gotta gun you down to get to that motherfucker, that's, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. But you can't go to jail. You can never go to jail, but you can never get help from the police either.
oh my God.
That to me would be fucking fair, but it'll never happen.
I mean,
Man,
to be
Cause think
properly
about it though.
fair,
take it back to
Why I say fair is because to me it's not fair that a bunch of people that will never, ever call the fucking police, no matter what happens to them, can still fucking go to jail when they do something. That ain't right.
there. You go. Again,
true.
there you go. You have two violent if you fuck
Cutting out.
karma, that's your third body. So now you talk about that situation towards the situation.
Yo, we
Hopefully,
couldn't hear nothing Preem said. I think it's the distance. Cause now that you moved it closer to you, whenever you talk, I can hear you just fine. But when he talks, it starts cutting out again. So I think it's the distance.
well,
Much
if
better.
you don't have to worry about even the police. Well, yeah, this guy, hey, maybe
Yo,
lying.
I ain't gonna hold you. I seen them search somebody that I knew had no weapon. And they like, yo, that dude had a weapon. I'm like, what? No way, son.
Yeah.
I know this dude
Trying
ain't
to
have shit.
look at my fingers. You know you're about to get a new charge for this
Mm-hmm.
because they got
I seen him pull one out of his nigga locker. I'm like, whoa, where'd
right.
that come from?
Set him up. Nothing was there. He
Where
just
did
got
that
there.
come from?
He was only there for like 2 hours. And then
Yo, bro, I've seen
What
I've
about that one cop?
seen
What about that one cop? I can't remember his name, man. Where he got busted planting drugs on people, and then it turned out like for years and years and years he was doing people dirty. Amber, that was funny as fuck. Trey, pause in advance. Five Guys is fire.
war stories.
Shit. Now I'm kind of in the mood for that shit. What up, Trey? I paused it. I was absolutely sure to pause that. Did you hear something on McDonald's? They stopped calling them meat and started calling it product. That's crazy. That is crazy. What about the chicken?
What?
Yo, you hear that? Trey said, did you hear about McDonald's? They stopped calling their meat and started calling it product. I never actually tried it, but the joke opportunity. Well, try it, cause yo, that shit is fire. They got got me stuttering. That's how good that shit is. They legit got the best burgers that I've ever bought in my life. I've had better burgers, but never from a place. Still chicken. All right, good because I have been a little iffy about McDonald's beef paws for a long time. Anyway, I only really eat the chicken when I go there.
Yeah,
I
man.
hear the wee woos.
It don't look like it
Yo,
used
but
to.
did you hear what he said though? But he said they stopped calling it meat and they just call it product now. That's crazy.
Wait, where?
McDonald's.
Wait. Whoa. Where
Yeah,
y'all heard that from?
that's what Trey just said. I gotta look it up, but that's what he said. Did you hear about McDonald's? It's in the chat. Did you hear about McDonald's? They stopped calling their meat and started calling it product.
Oh shit. That different. Wow.
Yeah.
I can't even. I ate
Ah.
Wendy's the other day and threw that up. Threw it up. I couldn't believe it. I threw up like, oh my gosh, it tasted horrible. I was like, what is this? And Wendy's used to be the best. Like, yo,
Hmm.
craziness, crazy.
Out of all the fast food places, even doctors will tell you Wendy's is the healthiest one.
Yeah, the better one.
Man, yeah, that's crazy,
That's
man. I
nuts.
gotta talk to my uncle. You know, my uncle owns a whole bunch of McDonald's. I want to ask him about that shit. See if he knows anything. You know what? We should get my. Nah, he probably can't say
Ask
nothing though.
Uncle if he
But
eats the McDonald's.
I'm gonna ask my
What do you own? Like
cousin. I'm gonna
15
talk to my
McDonald's, right?
some shit, some crazy shit like that. He started buying them in the '80s, man. I don't even know what he's up to now. But
Yeah.
what's it called? Yeah, I gotta talk to my cousin and see if we can't get him on an interview.
Mm-hmm. I would love to interview him.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mhm. I
questions.
just don't know how much he can say.
Questions, as my cousin would say. Questions.
Question. Yeah, question. I got a question. That's some that's some true Jamaican shit, man. All these Jamaicans be saying that question. Shit. All right, so yo, let's cut this shit. Let me get something to eat. I just got home from work, and then fucking
Yeah, I told you I'm
let's do an
tired of shit.
episode
You
real
wait
quick.
so long. You catch me during the daytime, be much easier.
Yeah, how to work
You
though.
catch me mad.
My new schedule gonna be 7 to 3 though.
Oh, see, that's better. That's a little bit better.
Oh yeah. So you still want to do an episode, or you ain't got time for that shit?
It's up to you.
I was gonna s- yeah, just give me like an hour and then I'll be back on with the fucking I'm gonna eat something, get all set up, and I'll send you the link.
All right.
Alright, peoples. Thank you. Oh shit, Sadie, what up, Sadie? Finally found your way over here. That ESH restaurant, that's the kid from Venezuela that I was telling you about.
Wait, which
His dad
one?
said he can't ESH restaurant, but his
Oh,
dad said
shit.
he can't do the interview though. In the chat, he
Oh,
probably
that's
got
right. Yeah, I
top
saw it in the
messages.
chat. Yeah, I see him. I see him.
Yeah. All right, people. Appreciate you for joining us, man. We about to go shoot an episode for this weekend coming up, and we'll be back live tomorrow, peoples. Have a good night, everybody.